There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. When criminals in this world appear and break the laws that they should fear and frighten all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for underdog, 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 underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder. Underdog, oh, underdog, underdog. We'll do the second verse at the end. So don't leave. You have to wait for the second verse. There's always a second verse after every underdog episode, and I'll do that at the end of this video. Okay. Carol Ann is ready, and Name is ready. Mario, hey Mario. We're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to rumble, as they say in Vegas. So I wrote down some things, some interesting things that I would like to talk about tonight. And I don't know if I'm really wanting to do a meditation again. I think I did pretty good with the last one. What do you guys think? Well, yes, I've never sung the underdog theme before. It's about time then, huh? Never ever before in a video have I sung the underdog theme. And I've probably watched Underdog thousands and thousands and thousands of times. It's been a long time. No, I don't play Roblox. How many people are watching? 11. Okay, lucky number 11. If y'all didn't get to see my intro, you should go back and watch it. Okay, so you know, I have been noticing how energy can ebb and flow. And ever since I started getting into astrology, I've kind of tried to put two and two together in that regard, in those regards. And the things that I've learned are that when the energy is low in this world for some reason, then you just have to wait it out, hang it out, stay cool, meditate more, realize that everyone is in this state. You see, we're all connected in a lot more ways than any of us understand. And so when somebody next door to you, or when a bunch of people are on the other side of the world are going through a lot of pain, guess what? You can feel it depending on this or that, different things. And, you know, you can accept it and roll with it and flow with it, or you can become part of the bummer that's dragging the strong ones down and trying to drag them into your hell. And I think that it's good to learn astrology. You don't have to learn every little thing, but I think that it's really good to watch a good forecaster and get the gist for what's going on this week or this month or this year. And yeah, that will kind of give you a heads up on, you know, what's happening and how you need to be reacting and, you know, that stuff. So, yeah, the other day I saw a quote. Actually, I've seen it several times, and it goes like this. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. And that's by the Buddha, Lao Tzu. And I was thinking to myself yesterday, is that really true? That nature doesn't hurry? And the answer is, I don't think so. Because look at all the different things that nature hauls ass with. Nature does hurry sometimes. Look at a cheetah. A cheetah can supposedly run like 80 miles an hour. Don't quote me on that, but it seems like I've heard that. A storm can come in so fast. A tornado can come in and wipe out a town. That fire in Paradise, California just came in and decimated that town in a very fast period of time. And most of us, especially people that really are connected with nature, believe that God and nature are one and the same. And so, you know, nature does hurry sometimes. And a lot of people think that God is always kind. I don't believe that either. I think that God is kind in its own way, and that God does what it needs to do, and that what some people think is kind isn't necessarily what God thinks is kind. Some people are far on the left, and some people are far on the right. Some people think that they're conservative because they're right-wingers, but they're not really conservative when it comes to preserving the environment, are they? So they're not really conservationists, are they? So that's why I'm always just being just me and not necessarily joining any kind of a party, any kind of a religion, any kind of a belief system, because guess what? I have my own. I have my own, and that's what I promote. I promote for everyone to kind of erase the chalkboard of all the things that your parents and your society, all of those people have taught you, because not all of them are necessarily correct. You know what I'm talking about, baby? I brought some instruments this time. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Let's check it out here. Okay, hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. No, I do not play any games. I'm an empath. 90. What's that? Okay, so everybody should know, like, that if you have a song that you think that I know and that I can sing, I have to at least know the melody. I can look up the lyrics on the internet, but if you want to make a donation, I will sing it. I will sing it. Even for a freaking $2 donation, I'll sing a song. So well, maybe I should make it 5. It depends on how long it is. Okay, so if I make a good donation, I'll sing you a song. All right. Okay, so there's something that my father once told me that's worth reiterating, and I never did read the book. But he said to me, Brett, there's this book named whatever it was, and the first line of that book says, life is hard. Maybe you know what that book is. I don't know. It's a famous, famous, famous book. And the first line in it is, life is hard. And you know, I believe that. I believe that to a degree. But I believe that we can make our lives a lot better if we work really hard in all the ways, mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional, holistically. And somebody else once told me a long time ago, when I said, healing is mental, physical, and spiritual. They said to me, no, there's a fourth one, emotional. And soon thereafter, I think that was a preparation for me, because very soon thereafter, I learned that was absolutely true, because I had all this pain from my alcoholic father. It's not that my father wasn't sometimes a good father, maybe even often during certain times of my life. But I had a lot of pain from him. And if you have a lot of pain from somebody that was not so great in your life, then you have to get it out if you haven't addressed it yet. You have to get it out. And I talked about breath work as being one key fundamental way that you can do that. In my last Sunday Night Live, I talked about that. You lay on the floor and you take deep, deep breaths in and out, deep, like, and you lay face up to the heavens. And I did Indian breathwork ceremonies, and I got out a lot of emotion. And afterwards, I felt like I had swept a bunch of crap out of my mostly my fourth chakra, my chest, and that's what you're doing. You're breathing in all of this oxygen into your lungs and oxygenating your blood massively. And it opens you up emotionally like a clam. And so I might sing some Fleetwood, Nikki. Let's see. So yeah, it's really important to do emotional healing. But if you really work on your life, I'm finding that I'm feeling better about a lot of things in my life, better and stronger, and having more tools to pull out of my bag to deal with various problems, because the problems are always going to come up. You know that. Like, you'll get comfortable and all of a sudden, shit, something happened, and now you have to deal with it. Let's see. Okay. The mic won't be as good this time because I'm using the Logitech, but I hope this still sounds good. Does it sound good, y'all? Yeah, I think it probably is the road less travel. You're right, Robert. Okay. My throat, I've kind of had like a little bit of a, I don't know, like a low fever or something. I think it's just my immune system kicking in, but my throat doesn't sound as clean, but we'll give it a shot. Need to take a few breaths, my God. This is for my good friend, Nikki. Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? She rules her life like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Would you ever win? She is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a fine skylark, and when the sky is starless, once in a million years, a lady like her rises. Oh, Rhiannon cried, my she's gone, and your life knows no answers. Yeah, your life knows no answers. Rhiannon, do-do-do-do-do. Rhiannon, do-do-do-do-do. Rhiannon, do-do-do-do-do. She rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? She rules her life like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? Once in a million years, a lady like her rises. Oh, Rhiannon cried, my she's gone, and your life knows no answers. And your life knows no answers. Rhiannon, do-do-do-do-do. Rhiannon, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Rhiannon, taken by the sky. Taken by the sky. Taken by the sky. No, dreams unwound, love's a state of mind. Well, now you know that your dreams unwind, love's a state of mind. Well, now you know that your dreams unwind, love's a state of mind. Dreams unwind and love is hard to find. Dreams unwind and love's a state of mind. Dreams unwind and love's a hard to find. Dreams unwind, you know it's so hard to find. Take me like the wind now, take me with the sky. Take me like a wind, baby, take me with the sky. All the same, all the same, all the same, Rhiannon. All the same, all the same, all the same, Rhiannon. That one just goes on and on and on. So I practiced that one a little bit, but I don't know all the ending parts or the lyrics by heart. But there you go. Okay. So, have you ever driven out across the northern Nevada desert? Has anybody ever driven out across the northern Nevada desert? If you go north from Winnemucca and you drive, it's just like no man's land, no woman's land. There's practically just nothing out there. And I once was thinking about living in Ashland, Oregon. I ended up living in Asheville. But I took several trips from Ogden, Utah to Ashland, Oregon, and I drove to Winnemucca on Highway 80. And I went north, straight north from there on this little desolate road. And there was just nothing out there. Once in a while, you'll see a ranch house, and you wonder, like, who in God's name would live out here? And how can they even survive? You know what I mean? And so, anyways, I've often thought to myself, you know, after humanity has gone through so much hell and so many people have died, and, you know, not to be negative, but I'm somebody that's kind of a realist, and I like to look into the future a lot. Not a lot nowadays because I try and stay in the present moment, but sometimes I find it interesting to ponder on how humanity will survive. Like there's an old song, In the year 2525. Something like that. I think that's the name of the song. If man is still alive. And so I think that, people will go to the far ends of the earth and figure out how to survive, maybe under the earth, under the ground, growing food under the ground. They'll probably be like vegans or at least vegetarians, and they'll probably have some very intricate knowledge on how to ferment foods to be able to get enough vitamins and minerals and digestive abilities and sprouting. All of these things that I've learned over the years, and sometimes I've gone back to them, sometimes I let them go. But all of these things, growing indoors, possibly animal husbandry, although, God, I don't know how you could possibly keep animals alive out in that northern Nevada desert, because it's just like, it's like hell on earth. And forgive me if there's somebody watching from there. But anyways, so I'm like, well, this land is reserved. This land out here is reserved for people in 500 or 1,000 or 10,000 years, after the whole eastern United States is completely wiped out with nuclear waste. And whatever, they're, what do they call it, where they're blowing up the earth to get the natural gas out, the fracking, and all the things that they're doing in the name of greed. Such a joke. It's like, there are people that just don't have much intuition. They're certainly not conservationists. They're not conservative in regards to the environment at all. They're generally conservatives, but they just don't have an inkling in regards to preserving things for future generations. I don't even have any kids. I don't have any kids. Y'all know that. But I have some kind of an inner sense of an understanding for what we need to do. Because you see, when you heal your body, if you have good intuition in regards to that, and you've learned about things like all the different things that are connected in your body, but not just your body, everything. We're transmitting. I'm not just transmitting through a wire to you right now. I'm transmitting out my head. And people are getting it. They're gonna get it. And today I was thinking to myself that, as I was walking, I was thinking, and I was looking about at the trailers and the people, and thinking about the people that live in those trailers, and thinking like, well, these people are never going to come out and walk with me. They're never going to come out and do anything like exercise-wise, bicycling or walking or anything. They're in there drinking beer and watching football or, something like that. But then I thought to myself, there's going to be more generations. And in, say, 5 generations, people are going to be a lot more considerate with and knowledgeable and, different priorities, a lot different priorities in 2, 3, 4, 5 generations. It's going to radically change. And so, I think that, though, there's going to be a lot of anger towards past generations for all the things that they have done. And it's very possible that if people are not considerate and they don't get their shit together, their acts together, if they don't get their acts together here, that they may take on a guilt thing into their next lives, into their next worlds, into whatever they move on to in the next world. Even the Mormons believe there are different tiers of heaven, levels of heaven. And, you know, who knows? For me, I believe that there are different levels on different planets. And that maybe I came here from a better planet. And I came here on a mission, but I guarantee you that I haven't been very happy with the mission. But I think I'm doing better now. Let me read some comments. No, I do not like to play guitar anymore. I have one right here. I don't want to play it. I just like to sing a little bit as a hobby. I don't know that I'm really very romantic. I think I could be romantic. I could be romantic if there were women around me that I had relationships with that had the same kind of an understanding of the real kind of a relationship that I want. Then I could be like really romantic. But I couldn't be really romantic with most women, 99.99% of them, because then they would think that I wanted to get into some kind of a traditional relationship with them. And I'm like afraid to be really romantic because of that. That's true. You know, if I could get the melody for that last part. Dreams unwind and love is hard to find. If I could get that down. And if I could see, when you can learn all the lyrics and you really know them and you don't have to think about them or you don't have to look at, you know, cheat sheet. If you really know the lyrics, then you can really dig in and get into the song and really just kind of, and if you've really practiced it, that's the thing. I've got so many songs there. But anything we do is a vibration that goes out into the world. Robert, yes. Yep. I wish more of you would comment. There's 23 people watching. 23 people watching. And so I wish more of you would comment. That would be cool. Oh, damn. I got in here late. Hey, John. What's up, everybody? John, things are good. Things are good. So do y'all know my new agey nickname? Does anybody out there have a new agey nickname? A lot of people have been like named their new agey nickname by some Indian guru. I've found this to be true. Or maybe some what do they I'm not going to designate any new agey nicknames for anyone. John, forget it. I designated my own to myself. And, you know, I'm not saying that it's bad to have somebody else name your own new agey nickname. Some people don't even want to call it a new agey nickname. For me, I just call it a new agey nickname because I think that Brett is fine. I was named after Brett Maverick from the old Maverick Cowboy show. I think a whole lot of us, Bretts, were named after that. My dad looked at that and he's like, Brett, that's a cool name. Back in the 60s or 50s. Yes, I am Chi. Chi. And when I learned that Chi means balance so many years ago, probably 18, 20 years ago, I really like that name. Tai Chi is one most of you are familiar with. But Chi means balance in Chinese, and that's what I've been striving for, balance in all areas of my life. And once in a while, somebody, you know, calls me by my new agey nickname. And you can, like, some people go as far as to take on their new agey nickname as like their real name. Like, don't call me. I know somebody that decided to call herself, what is it, Ananda? Something like that. And she does not want to be called, what was her name? Her real name anymore. She doesn't want to be called that. Maybe she has bad feelings about things from that. And somebody told her, you know, you should just change your name and that will give you a new identity. And that's fine. That's fine. I think that might be a good idea. Sometimes I at one time thought that might be a good idea for me. But if you don't go through all the work to deal with your past, if you've had a bad one, then I don't think it will be that effective. So tonight, I was thinking about making green balls. Have you guys ever had green balls? Speed of lightning, roar of thunder. Have you ever had green balls before? I can show you how to make green balls. Who wants to make green balls? I have had blue. Who wants to make green balls? That's what I want to know. Now, come on, y'all. There's 20 of you watching this. Who wants to make freaking green balls? I know, Nikki. I know you do. Green balls. More than Nikki has to want to make green balls. Okay. At least 3 people anyway. 3 or 4 there want to make green balls. Like the Grinch. No. These are green balls that you eat. We're going to make them in my kitchen. And I can drag you in there. All I have to do is put this tripod on you. And I will take you in there. And we will make some green balls. Okay. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder. Now, that looks good. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do to add is some coconut. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to add is some peanut butter. Okay, peanut butter, coconut. Oh, look who's here. I said the word peanut butter, and that was all it took. Next, we're going to add some sorghum, some muddy pond sorghum. Is that looking good? Now we're going to add raisins. And last but not least, because it ain't green yet, we're adding some Vitamineral Green. Underdog, oh, underdog, underdog. Oh my God. Chakra likes peanut butter, but this has raisins in it, so Chakra can't have any. So now we're just going to mix it all together. Are y'all having fun? If you're having fun, say I do. I am. I'd feed you some of this right through the camera. But I'm really glad that I can't. Because I want to eat the whole thing. Now that's looking pretty tasty, ain't it? Okay. Now, we may add a little bit more coconut because it's kind of wet still. And we may add some garlic. Oh shit. See, it's getting too thick. It broke my spoon. Okay. Let's make the balls now. Let's make a big ball. You know, this is not something that I do regularly. If I were to make some kind of a treat like this, I would just eat it. I wouldn't make it into balls. But if you have guests over, you know, and they're like, hey, do you have any treats? That's another word I have to be careful with around here. Because Chakra knows what the treats word is. She's drooling. Look at that. Hey, look at that. She drooled on the floor. She thinks she's getting some of this. Now, Chakra, go on. You are not getting any, no. Go lay down. You're not getting any of these treats because it got raisins in it. Okay. Yeah, that works better. There we go. I'm just going to have to wash my hands. If you use your whole hand, you can squeeze them together. And I did wash my hands recently. In fact, I just got out of the shower. Now, some of you have thought before, but Brett, he's really got a lot of balls. Well, no doubt. No doubt now, huh? Hi. forgot about that damn spoon. Okay. You know what? If there's no raisins in that right there, I am going to feed it to my little hound dude. It's gay, huh? Okay. There you go. Green ball. Now let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, y'all, was that good? Know how to make green balls now. Now we got to put you back. I want to see what everyone wrote. Just put you right there. Okay. Yummy. I want to eat green balls. Stacy, Nikki, Mr. Murr, I do, I am. Fun, fun, fun. Haha, eat it. Awesome, grazie. I'm not really hungry right now. I'll eat some later. Okay. So there you go. That's kind of an oxymoron food because you got all these sweet foods and then you add this green cleansing food to it that's got that vitamineral green has everything in your gourd inside of it, you know? And so who knows what kind of a reaction you'll have. You might cleanse, you might get a sugar rush. It's not like processed sugar. It's all natural, but man, God knows I love my sorghum. Tennessee sorghum. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's read a few power cards. So, who wants a power card tonight? Who would like to get a power card? I'll take the first power card. That one. Impeccability, number 25. Impeccability. Move into that place of perfection within you, that place of truth, responsibility, competence, and intuition. Collect your discipline like a Buddha meditating in a garden of snow. Impeccability is an area of strength that continues to flame within, maintaining your power and intent. This flame burns in your center always, indicating the level of your capabilities and your effectiveness in bringing events into being. Impeccability is tended by the attentions of your sacred witness, that person within you who observes the target. Gather your power with impeccability, with the intensity of a rubber band pulled at and held at its breaking point. Gather your intent and focus on your impeccability for the job about to be done. Yeah. I've been serious about getting back into helping people with their healing and about making my products. For a while there, I was kind of just like, I'm tired of this, you know. And for different reasons, I've been prompted to get back into getting serious about my impeccability. Okay, so the book reads, you know, that's something that our president doesn't have anything of. Impeccability. It's number 25. The painting is entitled The Bright Dance. It is a painting of the Snow Buddha, showing the centered shaman spirit within the stillness of a winter garden. The birds signify the innocence of the sacred spiral within life, and the stones represent the wisdom and the ancient memory of all life that is retained within the earth. Impeccability implies male action in the world, but before there can be movement outward as an explosion into the world, there has to be the impeccable feminine receptivity and stillness within one's being. Then there is true power and intuition within the warrior. I'm going to say that one again. Impeccability implies male action in the world, but before there can be movement outward as an explosion into the world, there has to be the impeccable feminine receptivity and stillness within one's being. Totally true. Then there is true power and intuition within the warrior. Impeccability is in the north. Hibernation and winter imply a time of gathering and going within, a time of letting go of what you do not need so that you can be unhampered as an impeccable warrior of spirit. That's right. The winter time is like thinking and not thinking, but well, yeah, it's more of a going within time, a spiritual and contemplative time, where we read books and do indoor activities, and then the springtime comes and we go out and do whatever we want to, need to do. It's funny, there's just so many people that because of their jobs, all they do is the same thing all the time. Because they have to work so many hours to be able to pay for all their things, because we live in a world now of things, especially here in a capitalist society. So, okay, Nikki, we will grab you one. Nikki, you get, no, not that one, not that one. This one. #21, ecstasy. The ecstasy card. Nikki, woo, girl, you better go get your hubby up. Ecstasy is a buoyant state of joy. One of the finest ways to maintain a state of joyousness is to examine the dark side of your being, that instinctual nature that most humans repress in a civilized life. Within your instinctual nature are the seeds of ecstasy. We tend to live in our minds, in our emotions, occasionally in spirit, and almost never in our instinctual depths. We are born as a salmon, as wild as as a salmon. We are born as wild as mountain lions, but live most of our lives like sheep, forgetting and denying whole parts of ourselves. Sit on the earth with your back against a tree and get in touch with your roots, which move deep into the middle earth. This will restore your joyousness and balance. Each day, listen to your body, mind, and your heart. What are they telling you about a given situation? Ecstasy is like a wind horse waiting to be ridden. A wind horse waiting to be ridden. The last wild ride before your passage into enlightenment. Take courage and live your passion in ecstasy. And the book reads, the painting is entitled Rapture. In this painting, ecstatic femininity is the symbol of rapture. It shows that these stones are really alive, that nature is alive. True ecstasy is reached when we understand that we are part of every living thing, that the sphere of universal knowledge is within our own process. We have already found our way home. We are already enlightened. We just don't realize it. Ecstasy is in the West because it must not be afraid to move into the ecstatic emotions that are within us. Do not be afraid to live in ecstasy. Nikki. Nikki. I do it can't be good. I get it now. Hi, I get it now. How are you? Okay. So, let's see. It is that time of the day. Who else wants a card? We got time to read another one. Give it to me. Going once? Going twice? Nobody wants to read another card. Okay, so let's see. I think that we are done early tonight. We are done early. Be sure and get you a pillow like pronto if you want it by Christmas, because I've got several orders ahead of you if you order right now, and I might not even be able to get it to you. We would have to see. Hello, Joe. Okay, all right. Joe wants one. Joe. That one. Oh, Joe, you get the number 1 card. Joe Mama, the unknown card. The unknown card reads, we are all pilgrims on a path to the unknown. We sit in awe and wonder at the architecture of power. Ripen the receptive void within you, like a womb accepting a seed. Open yourself to the unknowable, to what is unfamiliar to you, so that the energy of what you need in order to be whole can flow into you. When you think of yourself as an entity separate from power, you will obstruct the current. The power will defeat you. Identify the form of power you want, what you want to accomplish, build, create, or be, and become that, so that there is no separating you. And the definition of number 1 is, that's pretty impressive, Joe. You got the number 1 card. The definition of number 1, the painting is called Shaman's Vision. It is about balance with the shaman standing in the center of the world. Center of his world. Choreographing the energies of his universe. He is rooted in balance and harmony with the sphere of the universe and higher knowledge coming into him. Behind him is his village, well cared for with the integrity and harmony. The eagle of higher spirit, who takes the messages of humans to the Great Spirit, flies over him, and a herd of well-fed caribou grazes in peace in the meadow. The painting shows the universe in balance. Whether you know it or not, you choose to come into this physical dimension to become enlightened and to learn its lessons. Many of us want to throw away these lessons. We do not want to understand the exchange of material things because we consider that a non-spiritual pursuit, when in fact it is a great part of our spiritual lesson. We must learn in the physical dimension to give away to the physical world and bring spirit and harmony into daily commerce and everyday life. Bring awareness to your understanding of money and physical things. Bring the integrity of spirit into your business. Balance is a south card because it shows you what you need to balance in your endeavors in the physical world with spirit in the north. To take power in the world, you must be in perfect balance. Realize the divine nature in humans and all living things. Okay. Was that good, Joe? Was that good for you? Was that as good for you as it was for me? Okay. I am fine, Grace Ecuador. You're welcome, Joe. Okay, so I get a fortune paper now. Think of someone or something that needs a prayer or some positive energy in their lives. Now connect with the Creator and channel love and good feelings to them. Okay, that's easy to do. Okay, so maybe I'll just do one more song, if that's cool with y'all. Here's a romantic one for you. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Na 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 na. Somewhere in her smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in her style that shows me I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Ba ba da na na na. You're asking me will my love grow? I don't know. I don't know. You stick around now, it may show. I don't know, I don't know. Something in the way she knows. And all I have to do is think of her. Something in the things she shows me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. Na 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 na. Well, I hope that you enjoyed Sunday night presentation. The only thing left to do now is to sing the second verse of the Underdog song. Yeah, I was trying to comb my hair like Donald Trump. When in this world the headlines read of those whose hearts are filled with greed, who rob and steal with from those who need to right this wrong with blinding speed goes underdog, 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 underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder, underdog, oh, underdog, underdog. Thanks for joining me, everybody.